Legend of Yufei Chapter 68.
Okay, let's set the scene at the siege line. We've got Tong leading the charge. He's the golden-haired Grand Marshal.
Known for being incredibly strong. Maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed, though. A bit simple, perhaps.
Yeah, powerful, but maybe overconfident. And he's up against someone pretty amazing. Lin'an.
She's the daughter of the commander of the pass, Shan. And her description, wow.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They compare her to Yang from Water Margin, a famous woman warrior.
And even the Rakshasa woman from Journey to the West. You know, beautiful but terrifying.
Exactly. He says a killing spirit arises when she appears. Her eyes shoot electric light. You get the message.
Yeah.
Don't mess with her.
But Tong, he completely misreads the room.
Totally. He sees her and just instantly decides she's got to be my wife.
Right. And then he starts boasting about his connection's nephew of this general, son of that king.
Like, that's got to work. He actually suggests they just get married on the spot and then he'll let them pass.
Predictably. That doesn't go over well.
No kidding. Her response, pure fury. She attacks him immediately.
Now, Tong is genuinely strong. The text even says he starts getting the upper hand after, like, less than 10 rounds of fighting.
Yeah, he's pushing her back. But she's got an ace up her sleeve. She's not just about brute force.
Precisely. This is where we see tactic number 1. Finesse over strength. She apparently learned some tricks from an unusual person, Yaren.
And her specialty is hidden weapons. But not darts or knives. Something else.
She pretends to falter, right? Like she's beaten.
Yep. And then pulls out her first weapon. A stone yuan bao.
So for listeners, that's shaped like a traditional gold ingot, kind of like a boat shape, but heavy stone.
Exactly. And she throws it with incredible accuracy.
And the targeting is key. It hits Tong right on the waist bone, or maybe the kidney area. It's specific.
Oof. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. It's not lethal, but it takes him right out.
Instantly. Knocks him unconscious. His horse just carries him away, slumped over the saddle. Strength just got completely humiliated by smart tactics.
The other heroes are just, like, stunned. Wuyang Kangshan, the five-directional Grand Marshal, jumps in to help Tong.
And Luaning, she just throws another stone yuan bao, same weapon.
He tries to block it with his axe, right?
Yeah, but the impact is massive. It hits his left hand, probably shatters bone or something. He drops the axe, has to retreat immediately.
That tells you something about the force of these things. They're like mini cannonballs or something.
Kind of. Specialized projectiles. Maybe designed to disable heavily armored guys or cavalry without necessarily killing them outright.
So then the third general, Zhang Liang, charges in. He thinks these are just sneaky weapons, doesn't take them seriously.
Big mistake. She pulls out a third object. This time it's a stone rui. That's like a ceremonial scepter, kind of S-shaped.
He dodges the hit to his body.
But it hits his horse. Right in the leg.
Ah, smart move. Classic cavalry counter.
The best way to neutralize a mounted warrior, right. Take out the horse, he gets thrown hard.
And his buddies, Han Qilong and Han Kefeng, have to rush in and drag him out of there.
So in just a few minutes, Luaning has basically routed 3 top heroes. Not with a longsword fight, but with these unique, well-aimed stone weapons. Pass secured, for now.
For now, exactly. Brute force failed.
So what's plan B for the heroes? It turns out to be politics and betrayal.
Yeah, the story takes a sharp turn here. The injured Tong fleeing bumps into 2 young guys, Shifeng and Tang Ying.
And these 2 are key. Their fathers are loyal generals on the hero's side, but Shan, the past commander,
he basically kidnapped them, forcibly made them his adopted sons and kept them there.
Oh, they're hostages, really, looking for a way out.
Definitely. And they know Luaning's reputation. They tell Tong straight up her weapons are legendary, difficult to defeat. They're scared of her too.
Which sets up their proposal. It's incredibly calculated, cold even.
They don't just want to escape. They want to flip the whole situation.
Their plan, okay, Tong, let us tie you up. We'll pretend we caught you while we were out hunting.
We'll take you to Shan. He'll be thrilled, bring you into the main hall.
And then, they say, once we're inside, we help you kill him. Simple as that.
Just, wow. And the reward they dangle for Tong?
They tell him he can steal the young lady, marry Luaning, his original goal.
And Tong, who's probably still furious and hurting and, well, still wants Luaning. He
jumps at it. He agrees to be the bait in their assassination plot.
The execution is terrifyingly efficient. They bring the captured Tong before Shan.
Shan's ecstatic. Totally unsuspecting. Orders and brought right into the hall.
But Tong doesn't kneel. He starts boasting, breaks his bonds, which were probably tied loosely anyway.
And Shifeng is right there. Instantly hands him a weapon, a pushong dao, a big broadsword.
No hesitation, one swing.
And Shishan is dead, just like that. Commander eliminated.
Astonishing speed. Executed perfectly.
And then Shifeng and Tang Ying immediately turn to the house guards, dozens of them.
They basically yell, surrender or die.
And the guards, their boss is dead. The adopted sons they probably knew were hostages are now clearly in charge, siding with the attackers.
What are they going to do? They surrender on the spot.
And boom, Jinan Pass falls. Not through a long siege, not through breaking down walls.
Nope. Through a swift internal betrayal. The whole thing probably took, what, 2 minutes?
Incredible. It really shows you how unstable loyalties could be, right? Especially forced ones. Ambition, or just the chance for freedom, trumps everything else.
Okay, so the pass is taken. But the drama isn't quite over. What does Tong do immediately?
He doesn't celebrate with the troops. He doesn't secure the gates. He rushes straight into the private chambers.
To find Lin'an.
Yes, he forces himself on her.
The text uses this very poetic, almost euphemistic language, doesn't it? Something about a playful butterfly and a cardamom tip.
Probably seen as, well, strategically necessary in the context of the story.
Right. It immediately focuses on her reaction afterwards. Shamed and full of regret, head bowed and shedding tears.
And Tong just rationalizes it. Classic Tong, maybe. He basically says, well, we're husband and wife now. End of story.
It's harsh, but she's now tied to him politically and personally.
Exactly. It consolidates his control, and by extension, the hero's control over the pass. And then Yulei, the second young master, shows up.
He hears the whole story, the betrayal, the killing, the forced marriage.
And he just accepts it, pragmatically. It worked. They have the pass. It's a done deal.
And then he immediately shifts into leader mode, starts handling the administration.
Which is impressive, right?
Yeah.
Shows his capability. He orders Shishan buried properly.
Checks the supplies, the provisions in the stores.
Rewards the soldiers who surrendered, integrating them into his forces.
And crucially, he sends Luanying and her mother away, off to Pingnan Pass.
Right, to live with the other important womenfolk of their group, Ba Julin, Wang Suhuan. Gets them out of the immediate situation, prevents any further conflict or awkwardness there. Very smart political move.
Okay, so pass secured, immediate crisis managed. Now they can finally continue their journey.
And they move fast. Soon enough, they arrive in Yunnan. This is the big moment they've been working towards.
The reunion. They find their mother, Yutai Furen, and also the Queen Mother Chai.
Who've set up a kind of temporary court in the local official's office, turned it into a makeshift royal palace.
Must have been incredibly emotional after everything they'd been through.
Oh, definitely. Tears, relief, telling their stories. But it quickly shifts back to politics, too.
Right, because Prince Chai is there as well.
And the heroes Yulei and the others, they immediately swear brotherhood with the prince.
It's more than just friendship, isn't it? It's cementing an alliance. Power consolidation, necessary for survival.
Absolutely. And then there's one last loose end, one final worry for Yulei.
His younger brother, the third son.
Exactly. He asks his mother, where is he? And she explains that about a month ago, she'd sent the boy off to Ningxia.
All the way up north.
Yeah.
Trying to find Yulei and the others.
Yeah, so Yulei is obviously worried sick. His little brother, traveling alone through all that chaos and danger.
But Prince Chai steps in to reassure him. Says he gave the boy a special document.
A protective pass. Or an official travel document. Something with a royal seal, presumably.
Meaning he shouldn't be stopped or hassled by local officials or military patrols on the way to Ningxia. Gives him a layer of protection.
It eases Yulei's mind, at least for the moment. Allows him to focus on the present.
And so, with that assurance, they can finally relax just a bit. They're safe, they're reunited, they're in Yunnan.
With a big feast. A celebration, marking the end of this really perilous phase of their journey.
Ting heads to Ningxia, hoping to find his older brother, Yulei. But the contact there, Zhongfeng, gives him some pretty shattering news.
Right. Not only is Yulei gone, but he's already been to their father's grave in Lin'an. And apparently he caused major trouble. Rumor has it he killed a police inspector in Luzhin right after visiting the grave. Now he's possibly on the run, maybe heading towards Yunnan with some companions.
So the family name is already attracting chaos, even before Ting gets going properly.
Exactly. And the text makes it really clear that Lin'an isn't just, like, a tricky place to visit. It's portrayed as almost suicidal. It's the capital, yes, but it's completely controlled by Qin Hui's faction, the arch-villain, really,
Yeah.
the source uses this phrase, the snare and net of treacherous officials.
Which basically means it's crawling with enemies. A geopolitical snake pit, like you said.
Precisely. So with Lin'an being rigged against anyone loyal to Yufei, getting there requires some serious subterfuge.
Which brings us to the deception part. Zongfang doesn't just wish him luck. He sets up a cover story. Ting has to pretend to be Zongfang's own son. And he gets 4 bodyguards, household guards, for protection.
So he starts off shielded by this lie, but the narrative suggests pretty quickly that his real safety, his real strength is going to come from his true identity, his lineage, and the connections that lineage brings. His journey almost immediately becomes this gathering of the next generation.
And these connections pop up almost like fate is guiding them, right? The first 2 heroes he meets, it happens pretty much straight away near a mountain pass. Who are they?
Okay, so first we meet Luo Hong, nicknamed Fireburn Spirit Palace. He's young, under 20, red-faced, no mustache, carries a gold-chased spear. His companion is Ji Chengliang, the red-haired lion, a bit older, maybe 23, 24. Indigo face, striking red hair, and he's wielding this huge mountain-splitting axe. These guys definitely stand out.
They sound very conspicuous, not exactly blending in. But what connects them to Ting, who they initially just think is Zongfang's son?
Well, it all boils down to their fathers. It's an inherited mission. Both Luo Hong and Ji Chengliang are sons of Yufei's closest friends, Luo Yanqing and Ji Qing. They explain that after Yufei was executed, their fathers immediately tried to get revenge.
And this is where it gets kind of mystical, right? The fathers failed because Yufei's spirit appeared.
Yeah, according to the story, Yufei's spirit literally manifested in the Yangtze River and told them to stop. Even in death, he was apparently against personal vendettas disrupting order.
That says a lot about Yufei's character, wanting justice through proper channels, not just, chaos.
Exactly. But for his friends, being stopped like that, it was devastating. Luo Hong's father, Luo Yanqing, was apparently so consumed by rage and frustration that he just died from it. The text uses this incredibly stark phrase, Qifen Shenwang, died of anger, basically.
Wow. Okay, so the fathers failed, either stopped by a ghost or literally consumed by their anger. But doesn't that make the son's trick even riskier? If the fathers couldn't do it, why are these young guys marching right back into the danger zone? Is it just blind loyalty?
Well, that's the heart of the epic, isn't it? It's not just about visiting a grave anymore. They're following their mother's orders, fulfilling the duty their fathers couldn't. It's this inescapable filial obligation. So once Ting reveals who he really is...
the connection clicks.
Instantly. They realize they share this tragic legacy, this massive burden. They swear brotherhood right then and there. Safety in numbers, maybe, but also safety in shared purpose.
Okay, so that sets the pattern. He's not just picking up random fighters. He's finding other sons of the Loyalists. But the next encounter isn't quite so smooth.
No, definitely not. They haven't gone much further when they run into hero number 3 in a forest. And this guy's running let's call it an aggressive fundraising operation.
Right, the toll booth guy.
Yeah.
This is Wang Ying, the fire god. Face like a fire god, red hair, big broadsword, and he just demands money. My Lucan.
Yep, toll money. Says he needs it for travel expenses. And this kicks off a serious fight. 30, maybe 40 rounds between Ting and Wang Ying. Just picture it. They're supposed to be keeping a low profile, and here they are having this massive brawl over a bit of cash.
Seems like a terrible idea for staying covert.
It does, but it serves a purpose in the story. It's the fight that forces the truth out. When Ting finally pins him down and asks why he needs the money so badly.
Let me guess.
Wang Ying admits it. He needs the money to get to Lin'an, to pay respects at the tomb of his father's best friend, General Yufei. He's the son of Wang Yi, another loyal general.
So even acting like a roadside bandit, the core reason is the same, inherited loyalty. It really hammers home how this mission, this duty is resonating through that whole generation of allies' sons. They're not just mercenaries joining up. It's this organic, powerful gathering.
Exactly. We started with Ting alone, plus guards. Now he's got 3 other highly skilled sons alongside him. The story is definitely building towards something bigger.
And it doesn't take long for that something bigger to arrive. Here's where, like you said, it gets really interesting. The mission's focus shifts dramatically from paying respects to, something else entirely. They reach the seawall and they meet someone huge.
Oh, yeah. This is He Yulei. Smoke Jupiter. The text says he's Shenchangzang or 12 feet tall. I mean, just imagine that. He's basically a giant. And his weapons match. 2 iron hammers, each baduda the size of a peck measure, like small buckets.
That's not just a warrior, that's a walking demolition crew. And his strength is proven immediately.
Instantly, Luo Hong and Ji Chengling, the first 2 guys, charge him on horseback. Yulei just stops both horses dead in their tracks. With his bare hands, pushes them back 10 steps. The guy is depicted as pure, unstoppable force.
Okay, so he's clearly powerful, but what's his story? Is he also going to the grave?
He is going to Lin'an, yes, but not just for respects. Yulei is blunt about it. He's there to avenge Yu Fei and his own father, Yu Fulong.
Another father who tried and failed.
Yes, but his end was even more stark. Yu Hulong also failed to get revenge for Yu Fei, and the text says he self-strangled and died Ziweiner Wang. So for Yulei, this isn't just about duty, it's deeply personal, driven by his father's tragic end. His plan in Lin'an is explicit: find an opportunity to assassinate the treacherous officials.
So the whole group, now 5 heroes, all linked by their father's loyalty and tragic fates, plus the 4 guards there heading into the capital with a unified, lethal purpose.
Right. The cover story, pretending to be Zongfang's son and merchants, is still crucial for getting in. But their internal objective has completely changed. They are absolutely agents of vengeance now.
So this formidable group finally makes it. They arrive outside the Woolen Gate in Lin'an, and they wisely choose a quiet spot, a vegetarian restaurant, to lay low and figure out their next move.
And right there, the narrative throws in the hook. The innkeeper, just making small talk, assumes they're locals or regular visitors. He asks them casually, "Oh, are you here for the Dalaitai, the fighting competition?"
Of course. Classic storytelling. They sneak into the city planning covert action, and the first thing they hear about is a huge public spectacle, a place where fighting skills are on full display.
Exactly. And you'd think Yulei, the 12-foot giant with bucket-sized hammers, might be interested. But no, he sticks to the script, says something like, "Oh no, we're just traveling merchants selling some goods." They hold on to that cover story. But the story is clearly pointing them towards this public arena Zoxing temple Wanhulu. It's practically screaming, this is where the action will happen.